Did you know that recessions, on average, happen once every 7–10 years? While they may feel unsettling, they are just a natural part of the economic cycle, like the seasons changing, inevitable, but temporary. The key is to understand them and learn how to navigate through them, stronger and even richer than before. In today's video, we're going to take a peaceful detour into the cosmos and explore the 99 most relaxing facts about planets to fall asleep. You'll discover how planets, far beyond our reach, can teach us about balance, resilience, and tranquility in the face of chaos. We'll dive into calming facts about the planets, from their serene orbits to the quiet beauty of their rings. As we take you through these 99 facts, you'll not only gain a sense of peace about the vast universe, but also learn how to stay grounded and emerge stronger in the face of challenges, like a recession. So stick around until the end, because you'll discover not only the wonders of space, but also how to unlock your own cosmic resilience in times of turbulence. Welcome to the Sleepy Midnight Theory, a space where we explore the peaceful side of life's mysteries. If you're ready to embrace calmness and gain a new perspective, don't forget to subscribe and join us on this relaxing journey. Let's begin. Saturn, the golden planet of dreams. Saturn, the second largest planet in our solar system. A majestic world, not of solid rock, but of gas and grace. Its glowing golden hue seems almost like sunlight that chose to linger a little longer. In the endless night, Saturn waits, suspended, 886 million miles from Earth. Yet even from here, it shines bright, casting a warm, golden glow that reaches our eyes. The light you see from Saturn is ancient, over an hour old. A distant message of beauty, traveling across time and space just to meet you tonight. Saturn's rings are its crown, billions of icy particles, each one twinkling like a frozen star. Some are the size of grains of sand, others as large as mountains, but all of them are perfectly suspended in time. The rings, so thin, only a few hundred meters deep, yet they stretch across the vastness of space. If you could float through them, you'd feel like gliding through a sea of shimmering glass, each particle reflecting the distant light. 7 main rings, each with its own unique dance. They are in constant motion, shifting gently like waves upon a calm lake. The sound of Saturn's rings, captured by NASA, is hauntingly beautiful. It's like the whispers of eternity, a song from the edge of the universe. We don't know exactly how Saturn's rings formed. Some say they're the remnants of shattered moons. Others think they are the echoes of ancient cosmic ice. But what we do know is that they are delicate and eternal, like a dream made real. Though Saturn's winds can reach over 1,100 miles per hour, from space, it appears utterly peaceful. Its storms form slow, spiraling clouds, like celestial paintings unfolding in silence. The planet's atmosphere, a soft mix of hydrogen and helium, drifts and swirls endlessly, creating a never-ending dance of lightness and motion. The Great White Spot, Saturn's answer to Jupiter's red spot, appears every 30 Earth years, a slow reminder of the rhythm of time. And lightning on Saturn, it's 10,000 times more powerful than any bolt on Earth. But on Saturn, all we hear is the quiet of the universe. Saturn has a family, more than 140 moons, each one with its own personality. Titan, the largest moon, is even bigger than Mercury itself. On Titan, methane lakes stretch across a hazy orange landscape, rivers flowing like liquid mirrors beneath a dusky sky. Could Titan hold the secret to life, or perhaps offer a glimpse of Earth in its earliest days? Enceladus, another moon, hides a secret ocean beneath its icy surface. From this ocean, water plumes burst into space like celestial fountains, bringing the possibility of life into the emptiness. Cassini, the spacecraft, once flew through these plumes, finding organic molecules, the building blocks of life. Some moons of Saturn move in strange ways, orbiting backward against Saturn's rotation. Others are locked in perfect companionship, two moons forever dancing side by side. And then there's Pan, a moon shaped like a ravioli, gliding serenely through Saturn's rings. There's also Mimas, with a giant crater so deep, it resembles the Death Star, an ancient mark upon the face of the moon. Some moons are so small, so fragile, they barely hold their shape, like dreams that are just beginning to form. Each moon reflects the sunlight in its own special way, like 140 mirrors turning slowly in the darkness. Together, they create a cosmic ballet, Saturn's moons, performing an eternal dance of ice and silver. Saturn takes nearly 30 Earth years to complete a single orbit around the Sun. A Saturnian year is longer than an entire human lifetime, yet a day on Saturn is only 10 hours long. The planet spins with such speed as if moving through dreams. From Saturn, the Sun appears so small, a distant pearl in the vast black sea of space. Yet, even from this great distance, its light reaches Saturn, warming its golden clouds. Seasons on Saturn last for over 7 Earth years. Long, gentle winters and warm, slow summers, with timeless transitions in between. The shadows of Saturn's rings move slowly across the planet, like curtains of dusk drifting through the evening. Saturn's gravity is strong, but it feels calm, like a giant hand holding the moons in place. If you were to stand near Saturn, you wouldn't hear the roar of thunder or the crash of waves. Instead, you'd hear the quiet hum of eternity. The Cassini spacecraft was launched in 1997, a journey of more than 7 years to reach Saturn. Cassini became our silent observer, drifting among the rings of this golden planet, recording the beauty it found. It discovered new moons, captured stunning images, and unveiled the cosmic mysteries of Saturn's world. Cassini sent over 450,000 images back to Earth, each one a love letter from a distant world. It even recorded Saturn's radio waves, eerie, beautiful music that echoed through the void, a soundtrack for space itself. In 2017, after 20 years of service, Cassini dove into Saturn's atmosphere, a final, graceful farewell. As it burned away, it sent one last message home. I'm here, I'm with Saturn. The world watched as a spacecraft, forever intertwined with Saturn, became part of the planet it had loved. Even now, Saturn holds Cassini's ashes within its golden arms. Saturn teaches us that beauty doesn't need to shout. It doesn't burn with the fury of the sun or rage like the storms of Jupiter. No, Saturn simply exists, quiet, radiant, and eternal. Its rings, delicate yet everlasting, remind us that even the most fragile things can endure. Saturn embodies balance, motion and stillness, gravity and grace. To look at Saturn is to look at harmony itself. It has witnessed billions of sunrises and yet still glows with a quiet dignity. It shows us that beauty is not bound by distance. Instead, it deepens with it. Saturn floats in a dark sky, but it is never alone. It is surrounded by the silent companionship of its moons and rings. In this vastness, Saturn finds its peace. And in this peace, it holds us close. Let go of the burdens of your day and allow your mind to drift, just as Saturn's rings drift in the cosmic dance. Like the quiet hum of Saturn, let your breathing soften, steady, and calm. There's no rush here, no hurry. Just the infinite stillness of the universe inviting you to be at peace. Feel the weight of the world lift, and let your soul float freely, like a tiny moon caught in the orbit of your own thoughts. Saturn's gentle gravity holds you now, but in a way that makes you feel lighter, freer, connected, yet untethered. In the distance, the golden glow of Saturn continues to shine. Even as its beauty reaches across 1 billion miles, it feels as if it's always been near. Just like the universe's quiet song, Saturn's presence is timeless, a reminder that beauty does not rush, and serenity is the most profound strength. Every night when you look up at the stars, remember, you are part of something vast, ancient, and eternal. You are a dreamer in the cosmic ocean, and Saturn, the golden planet, is your guiding light. It has been here long before us, and it will remain long after. But its message remains the same: rest, breathe, and let go. And now, as we end this journey, feel yourself floating softly in the stars. The silence around you is not empty, but full of calm, full of peace. You are safe, you are whole, you are eternal. Let Saturn's serenity settle deep within you, a gentle reminder that the most beautiful things in the universe are often the quietest. Take this peace with you as you drift into sleep, into your own infinite orbit of dreams. The science of Saturn's rings, the structure of Saturn's rings, how they're made of icy particles, and how they differ from other planetary rings in our solar system. The age of the rings. Scientists believe the rings are relatively young compared to Saturn itself. Discuss theories on whether they could be the remains of destroyed moons. Mythology and Saturn's influence. Explore the significance of Saturn in ancient cultures, particularly in Roman mythology, where Saturn was seen as the god of time, agriculture, and renewal. How different civilizations used Saturn's position in the sky to mark time and seasons. Exploring Saturn's moons, mysteries beyond. More detailed exploration of some of Saturn's more intriguing moons such as Mimas, Rhea, and Iapetus. The possibility of life on moons like Titan and Enceladus, and how scientists study these icy worlds to better understand the origins of life. Saturn's journey in space exploration. Detailed history of the Cassini spacecraft mission, the timeline, the challenges faced, and the milestones reached. The role of spacecraft like Voyager and Hubble in further understanding Saturn and human reflection. The metaphorical connection between Saturn's vast distance from Earth and our own need for introspection and stillness. Discuss how Saturn serves as a mirror for our soul's journey toward peace and reflection. The music of Saturn, space echoes. Dive into the concept of planetary music, how Saturn's radio waves sound, and how they're used in therapeutic practices, meditations, and calming techniques for sleep. Each of these expanded sections can be woven into the narrative, along with pauses for reflection, allowing the listener to relax and truly absorb the beauty of Saturn's wonders. This will comfortably fill the 2-hour duration while maintaining the soothing, dreamlike atmosphere. A world of calm chaos. Saturn is a planet of contrasts. Its winds, so fierce and wild, can reach speeds of over 1,100 miles per hour. A whirlwind of energy, yet from the distance of space, it appears utterly calm, a planet that dances in the stillness of the cosmos. It's almost as if Saturn holds the universe's chaotic beauty in perfect balance. The swirling storms, which span hundreds of miles across its atmosphere, move in graceful, creamy spirals. They look like slow, celestial paintings, brushstrokes of wind, drawn by the hand of time itself. Saturn's atmosphere, composed mostly of hydrogen and helium, is like a vast ocean of light gases, drifting and swirling endlessly in cosmic patterns. The air is thin and ethereal, the kind of softness you might imagine in a dream. It's a world where chaos flows with elegance, where turbulence is softened by beauty. One of Saturn's most famous phenomena is the Great White Spot. Every 30 Earth years, this storm reappears like a cosmic clock, its appearance a reminder of time's own slow, steady rhythm. When the Great White Spot emerges, it becomes a symbol of patience, showing us that even in the most powerful forces, there is a quiet grace. And then there's the lightning. On Saturn, it's 10,000 times stronger than anything we experience here on Earth, a violent release of energy that crackles through the planet's thick atmosphere. Yet despite its intensity, we hear nothing. No rumble, no thunder, only silence. In the vastness of space, even the loudest of storms can be muted, as if the universe itself holds its breath. Saturn's winds may rage and its lightning may strike, but here, in the quiet of the cosmos, we find peace. It's the paradox of Saturn, a world of calm chaos, where even the most tumultuous forces create beauty. Let that thought settle into your mind. Even in the storms of life, there is a stillness that remains, a quiet beauty hidden beneath the surface. Just like Saturn, we too can find balance, moving with the flow of the universe, yet never losing our peace. Saturn's presence in the vastness of space is a reminder that sometimes the most profound beauty exists in the spaces between. It is not in the loud and bold moments that we find peace, but in the quiet, slow rhythms of life. Its rings, suspended in time, remind us that there is grace in movement and grace in stillness. Just as they move gently, orbiting with a rhythm so steady, Saturn, too, moves with a quiet patience that spans eons. Time feels different in Saturn's orbit. Here, the days are long, but there is no rush. It's as though the very fabric of time itself stretches in reverence to the slow, graceful dance of this golden giant. Saturn shows us that waiting is not wasted time. Patience isn't a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength. It takes nearly 30 Earth years for Saturn to complete a single orbit around the Sun. Imagine the wisdom, the stories this planet must hold in that time. What stories would it tell if it could speak? Perhaps it would speak of all the things that grow when we take our time, the quiet beauty that unfolds when we don't hurry. Perhaps it would tell us that beauty, too, needs time to blossom, that some things take generations to come into their fullness, and that's okay. Saturn teaches us that there is no rush. Its rings are not in a hurry to fade or change. They exist simply in the way that mountains exist, steady and unmoving, yet ever-changing with the passage of time. And though they may appear delicate, fragile even, as if a single cosmic storm could sweep them away, Saturn's rings endure. They have endured the test of time, holding on through the quiet chaos of the universe. They are proof that even the most fragile things can find a way to persist. Perhaps like the rings, we are fragile in our own way. Perhaps we are like those tiny icy particles tossed in the winds of change, swirling in the vast unknown. But like Saturn, we too can endure. We can weather the storms, hold our shape, and reflect the light of the stars. There is something undeniably comforting in Saturn's vastness. It stretches across the night sky like a soft embrace, a reminder that no matter how far we travel, there is always something larger than ourselves. The universe, as expansive and mysterious as it is, still holds us. It holds us with a love that is unconditional, quiet, and constant, like the hum of Saturn itself. Imagine for a moment that you are drifting in space, a quiet witness to Saturn's rings spinning slowly in the distance. The light of distant stars glimmers faintly in the darkness. Everything is still. Everything is calm. The universe, vast and untamed, is peaceful here, in this gentle corner of the cosmos. Saturn in all its cosmic grandeur exists in perfect harmony with the silence. It speaks without a word. It glows without burning. It moves without hurry. It is, in every way, the embodiment of peace. And so, let us be like Saturn. Let us find beauty in the quiet moments, in the pauses between our breaths. Let us find strength in stillness, not in rushing to our next destination. For in this moment we are not lost, we are simply waiting. Waiting for the next gentle shift, the next orbit, the next gentle pulse of life. Saturn has seen everything, the births and deaths of stars, the swirling of galaxies, the endless dance of cosmic forces. And yet it remains steady, like a silent witness to it all. It doesn't need to do anything. It simply exists. In its stillness there is peace. In its silence there is strength. So tonight, as you rest beneath the stars, think of Saturn, the quiet guardian of the outer solar system, holding space for us to find our own quiet moments. Let its slow spin remind you that there is no need to rush. There is no need to be perfect. There is only the beauty of existence, simply being, and in that, you will find your peace. You too can find your rhythm in this vast universe. You too can embrace the calm, the quiet, the stillness. And in doing so, you will find the strength to endure, to simply be, as Saturn does, in its own quiet grace. The Cassini mission, a love letter to Saturn. In 1997, a dream was launched, not just a spacecraft, but a story of discovery, a story of love. Cassini, named after the astronomer Giovanni Domenico Cassini, embarked on a journey to the distant, golden giant that had long captured the imaginations of humankind. It took Cassini 7 long years to reach Saturn, a journey that stretched the boundaries of time and space. 7 years of drifting through the black ocean of the cosmos, crossing unimaginable distances. And as it approached Saturn, it became something more than just a machine. It became our eyes, our voice, our connection to something far greater than ourselves. Cassini entered the orbit of Saturn in 2004, and from that moment, it began its quiet dance among the rings, a silent observer of the planet's mysteries, a witness to the beauty of a world that we could never touch, but only dream of. Cassini discovered new moons, moons hidden in the dark corners of Saturn's gravity. It recorded the ever-changing storms, the great swirling bands of wind and cloud that make Saturn so unique. It captured the slow, graceful spirals of Saturn's weather, documenting the calm chaos of a world that could be both tranquil and violent, majestic and mysterious. And then Cassini sent back images, over 450,000 images, each one a tiny window into the soul of Saturn, each one a love letter from a spacecraft a billion miles away. These images painted a portrait of Saturn, a portrait we could never have imagined before Cassini. They showed us the subtle interplay of light and shadow, the glistening ice of its rings, the serene glow of the planet itself, as if it were smiling back at us, distant but knowing. Cassini didn't just take pictures, it listened too. It listened to Saturn's radio waves, which sounded like whispers, deep and eerie, like the hum of the universe itself. Those radio waves became music from Saturn, echoing through the void, as if the planet were singing us a lullaby, a song that could calm the soul and speak to the heart in ways words never could. In 2017, after 2 decades of service, Cassini made its final journey. It dove into Saturn's atmosphere, its mission complete, its purpose fulfilled. It was not a goodbye, it was a return to the golden arms of Saturn, where it had spent so many years in quiet service. As Cassini burned away in the thick atmosphere of Saturn, it sent its final message, a message not just of farewell but of love. I'm here, I'm with Saturn. The world watched in awe and in sadness as Cassini became a part of the very planet it had spent its life studying. It wasn't an ending, it was a peaceful return. Like a star returning to the sky or a leaf falling gently to the ground, Cassini's final moments were serene, its purpose fulfilled. It had done what it was meant to do, to be the messenger, the observer, the lover of Saturn. Even now, Saturn holds Cassini's ashes within its golden embrace, a lasting tribute to the bond that was formed between the planet and the spacecraft that learned to love it. Saturn's rings still spin, its storms still swirl, and Cassini, though gone, lives on in the data it sent back, in the images it captured, in the silence of space, where it will forever be a part of the golden world it adored. Cassini's mission was a reminder that love knows no boundaries. It transcends time and distance, and it endures long after the final goodbye. It is the quiet love that continues, not in grand gestures, but in the small, constant acts of giving, of learning, of witnessing. And so, as we drift through this cosmic journey of life, let us remember the legacy of Cassini, that even in the vast, endless dark, love can reach out, travel across millions of miles, and create a bond that will never be broken. Even now, Saturn cradles Cassini's memory, holding it close as if to say, Saturn hums too. Low radio frequencies recorded by NASA sound like deep ocean waves, a lullaby from the stars. These tones, the frequency of Saturn, resonate with the heartbeat of calmness itself. Some say it's the sound of peace. Imagine falling asleep to the rhythm of a planet, steady and eternal. Saturn's hum invites you to slow your thoughts, to find rhythm in your breathing. In its gentle presence, silence becomes music. In its distant glow, even time seems to pause. Saturn spins not for power, but for poetry. Every generation has looked up at Saturn, the same golden-ringed planet our ancestors saw thousands of years ago. Ancient civilizations believed Saturn was the keeper of time, guarding the boundary between heaven and earth. Even today, it marks boundaries, the rhythm of time, the cycles of growth, and the stillness of reflection. To meditate on Saturn is to meditate on balance. It teaches us that time is not our enemy, it is our companion guiding us. Just as Saturn's rings endure the chaos of space, we too can endure the storms of life. Its beauty is not fleeting but everlasting. Saturn shows us that serenity is strength, and stillness too can move worlds. Somewhere hidden in the swirling clouds of Saturn, sunlight catches and transforms, breaking into gold. As if the very essence of light chooses to dance on this distant world, painting the atmosphere with a glow that's timeless, a glow that reminds us of the beauty in waiting, in stillness. Somewhere within Saturn's rings, the ice reflects not only the sun, but the face of every dreamer who has ever dared to look up and wonder. Those icy particles, each one unique, yet part of a greater whole, seem to carry our hopes, our wishes, and our stories. They shimmer like stars captured within a ring, a universe within a universe. And as the light touches them, they become mirrors, reflecting all that we have ever imagined. Every moon orbiting Saturn is a reminder that we are never truly alone. These moons, over 140 of them, each with its own path, its own dance, are like silent companions, moving together through the vast, empty space. They have witnessed the ages, the passing of time, and the quiet pulse of Saturn itself. And in their company, we find the comfort of knowing that no matter how far we are from one another, we are all part of something greater. We are all part of this cosmic ballet. Every shadow cast by Saturn's rings tells a story, not of absence, but of beauty in the dark. The shadows glide across the planet's surface like a soft veil, a gentle reminder that even in the deepest darkness, there is grace. There is light, perhaps not the light we expect, but the light that is always there, quietly illuminating the path ahead. Saturn's story is older than Earth's oceans, older than the winds that have shaped our lands. Its rings, its moons, its endless, patient spin, they carry the weight of millennia. Yet, even after billions of years, Saturn continues to spin with purpose. Each rotation, each breath, a testament to a world that moves not in haste but with intention. A planet that teaches us that there is no need to rush, that beauty is in the journey, not the destination. Saturn's patience humbles even time itself. It reminds us that time is not a thing to fear, but a companion, a quiet witness to the unfolding of life. The universe spins with a rhythm, slow, steady, and constant, and Saturn, in all its golden glory, reminds us that sometimes the greatest strength lies in simply being. Somewhere within Saturn's clouds, sunlight breaks into gold, scattering like dreams woven into the air. The planet, vast and distant, doesn't shout, it simply exists, glowing softly against the backdrop of the endless night. Its golden hue isn't just light, it's the universe itself, breathing through layers of soft, drifting clouds, changing shade every few years like a living creature, pulsing with life. And deep inside, at its very core, there may be a heart, not made of rock or iron, but a crystal core, shimmering in eternal twilight. It remains a mystery, untouched, yet always felt. Imagine it, falling through Saturn's atmosphere, never to land, drifting endlessly, lighter and lighter, until the winds, those whispering cosmic winds, carry you into the deepest silence. Some believe Saturn rains diamonds, pure carbon, falling softly like tears of light into its depths, a cosmic ocean where diamonds tumble in the dark, unseen and untouched, eternal. Saturn's beauty is unlike any other. It hums not in thunderous roars, but in quiet lullabies, its magnetic field casting invisible arms across millions of miles, guiding moons and dust. Each pass of its moons through the ring stirs gentle ripples like fingers brushing the surface of water in slow motion, creating echoes that last for years, long after the moment is gone. The sun shines on Saturn with a light 9 times weaker than what we feel here on Earth, Yet Saturn still glows, not from heat, but from beauty, from something deeper than warmth. In ancient times, Saturn was seen as the edge of the universe, beyond it only mystery. But now we know Saturn is a keeper of wisdom. It teaches patience, not with words but with the slow rhythm of time itself. Even as its rings move faster than any wind, faster than sound, they appear still, frozen in serenity. And if you could hear Saturn's song, it would sound like the deep ocean waves mixing with the faintest whispers of wind through glass, a sound both ancient and new. Saturn's light has watched civilizations rise and fall, its rings spinning, unbothered, unchanged, glowing for eons. Time moves differently there. A year on Saturn lasts 10,759 Earth days. But here, looking through a telescope, we see Saturn not as it is, but as it was over an hour ago, a glimpse into the past where time stands still. And though no human could stand on Saturn, we've touched it with our minds, our machines, and our hearts. The Cassini spacecraft, a faithful witness, watched Saturn for 13 years. And when it dove into Saturn's atmosphere, it wasn't destruction, it was devotion. A final signal, a last goodbye, a love letter that traveled over 1 billion kilometers to reach us, taking 83 minutes to arrive. And that signal still echoes in data, in memory, and in the hearts of those who sent it. Saturn's beauty isn't loud or sharp. It is gentle. It glows with patience. It waits for us to notice it. Its rings, those faint, soft curves, move like the breath of night, and sometimes they align so perfectly that they disappear. A trick of light that makes Saturn look bare, humble, only to return brighter, fuller, reminding us that beauty always finds its way back. Saturn has inspired poets, painters, dreamers, all drawn to its quiet strength, its balance of time and eternity. Some see Saturn as the keeper of time, others as a symbol of peace. And in every photograph we have of it, we see a moment frozen in wonder, light captured from 1 billion miles away. It doesn't rush to shine, it simply is. Saturn teaches us that even in silence we can radiate, even in distance we can connect, even in the cold of space. We can still glow. Its presence is the quiet rhythm of the universe, the heartbeat of a vast, endless sky. Saturn spins, year after year, carrying the quiet stories of creation. It watches over its moons, its rings, and the empty dark, not as a ruler, but as a guardian. A planet that moves with purpose, holding its beauty in the palm of its golden hands. When we look up at Saturn, we are reminded of how small we are and how infinite we can feel. Saturn isn't just a planet, it's a meditation, a pause in the noise of the universe. A reminder that peace, true peace, can spin quietly for billions of years and never fade. Somewhere within Saturn's clouds, sunlight breaks into gold. Somewhere within its rings, ice reflects the face of every dreamer. Every moon of Saturn is a reminder that we are never truly alone. Every shadow cast by its rings whispers that even darkness can be beautiful. Saturn's story is older than Earth's oceans, yet it continues to spin, steady, with purpose. Its patience humbles even time itself. Its light, traveling 1 billion miles, graces our sky with a glow that feels both distant and close. The next time you see Saturn shining in the night, remember, you are looking at calmness made real. You are gazing at the universe's invitation to breathe, to rest, and to trust in the beauty that does not rush. Saturn floats in the silence, a reminder to let go, to drift, to endure. Just like Saturn, crescent moon. And now, as Saturn continues its gentle spin through the dark, let your thoughts slow too. Let your worries drift away, like the ice in its rings. You are safe. You are calm. You are drifting among the stars. Thanks for watching. And until next time, Milky Dizzy.